Okay, so I'm gonna make this real quick. Um, a couple of my comments have been going on melanated one. I've started to make a pin a comment saying that her comment went missing, and I think last week it was one by Hector. I forget something Hector. Excuse me. See, sorry about that. I'm still getting a little better. But another one by Queen Hector. I think her comment went missing too. And when I try to go look at the spam, they show me stuff from like early last year. They don't show me any of the latest comments. So that tells me that YouTube, I think, is just plain old deleting my comments. And they're doing it on this channel. I have another channel that I don't post on as much. I'm starting to, but YouTube is not messing with that channel. But this one they messing with. But what was I going to say though? So I want to say how, and I know most people that's going to be listening to this is going to already know that this is true, because not too many new people come, listen to the audios. But I want to talk about how the black culture is really slavery for black women. The black culture is slavery for black women. It is not a culture for black women to express herself, to express her femininity, to thrive, to be cultivated, to be watered. The black culture is not a good culture for black women, for black girls. It's not a good culture for black girls to come up in. I've been hearing about Mike Tyson. I think I've heard a couple of people talk about it. About how Mike Tyson felt like he failed as some kind of black father because his kids don't want to be around black people. They don't want to date black people. And so he made a comment. I guess he was talking to T.I., and he was saying his daughter only likes white guys, and he's trying to feel like, what did he do wrong as a black man? Why does she only like white guys? But at the same time, it is so many of these, why don't you feel less of a man because your black son like white women? See, I think black men are starting to get used to the fact that these black girls, they're not chasing after these black boys no more. Now they expanding their options, and it's a little foreign to you. See, as long as his son might have been with white women, it would have been all right because that's normal for these black guys to be with the white women or non-black women. But now these girls, these women doing it. They not thinking like those women from back in the day. They ain't thinking about all that pain and struggle and uniting through all that struggle. They ain't thinking about that mess. Okay, they have a totally different mindset. And so that's just how it is. These women are seeing that it's other people to choose from. And so they're not gonna be stuck on no black male. And plus they had time to see that they're not really desired by black men. Okay, black men have gone online. It doesn't matter if it's not all, because the black men who claim they do love black women should have been they should have been going against the people that was online saying all kind of negative stuff about black women. It shouldn't have been black women trying to fight those guys off. So it doesn't matter how many black couples are really together, how many black couples are actually married. It doesn't matter. It's just what we saw that was allowed to play out in public media. And no matter what kind of statistics you try to show these young ladies coming up, they know what they saw. They know what they saw, and what they saw is men going online every chance they get. Men that look like them go online every chance they get to scream to the rooftops to let the world know that they do not want black girls. They do not want black women. This is what these ladies coming up now, this is what they witness. So all these statistics about where it's actually more black people married or whatever they try to come up with, I don't really care what the statistics say, because these girls ain't caring about that. They know what they saw. They know what they keep seeing in media. They know these guys, these famous guys, keep going online and calling black women bulldogs and talk about how their nose look like Rottweilers. That's what they see, and they don't care about no statistic. you know. But also I want to talk about so I said that the black community is slavery for black women, because black women, they have no freedoms. They have no freedom of speech. You know, in the black community, they cannot. They're not allowed to be feminine. They're not allowed to be carefree. So the black community is slavery for black women. You know, and I know some mothers. There are some mothers that I guess they try not to take their daughters completely, and I do say some because I know some that they want to make sure their daughters don't be around a bunch of black folks. But there are also some mothers who are somewhat, they want to divest. See, they're grown, right? And they want to divest. But at the same time, they feel like they're taking something away from their daughters. By taking them away from the black community, they feel like they are keeping their daughters from a certain type of experience. Some of these black women, because they're grown themselves, they don't care about as much about being in the black community because they're already grown and they already, did what they want to do. But it's a part of them that are afraid that these ladies, these girls are going to be missing a certain experience. And they feel like the black community is who these black girls are. The black community in no way, shape, or form can tell the black girl who she is. The black community is very toxic. A black girl would be better off in either a white community, an Asian community, any other community besides the black community. The black community does not tell the black girl who she is. Okay? So some people want to keep their black kids, and in this case I'm talking about black girls. Some of these people want to keep their black girls in these black communities because they want her to experience her blackness. They want her to experience her culture. They want her to know who she is. Now, the black community, the black culture is not who she is, because the black culture is full of black women suffering. This is what they push in the black culture. Black women suffering, black women stereotypes, all kind of negative black women stereotypes. Okay? They greatly disrespect the black women and girls. In the black culture, black girls are raped and molested at an all-time high. In the black culture, black girls go missing like crazy. Okay? In the black culture, it's normal for them to get pregnant at the age of 12 and 13 and 14 by their uncles and their fathers and their brothers. Okay? In the black culture, it's a bunch of music that disrespects black girls. Okay, you have black girls that was born like in the 90s. Black girls who was born in 90s to maybe 2000s, and on up, they haven't heard decent music in their lifetime. See, they can go back and play older music, but in their lifetime, that kind of music is no longer being made. So the black culture it doesn't tell the black girl who she is. It only tears her down, and actually the black culture separates the black girl from her soul, and the black culture separates her from her higher self. The black culture separates her from her true self. The black culture is a poison for a black girl. So I just wanted to say that. And it made me think about that because Mike Tyson, concerned that his kids don't want to be around no black people. But the black culture does not teach, especially a black girl. People, they want to keep these kids around the black people and black culture so they can know who they are. That culture does not tell you who you are. You're not going to know who you are until you go really within. But if a parent doesn't go within themselves, they don't know to tell their kids that. So they feel like they need to be around some black music, some hip-hop music with some disrespectful doggone lyrics. They feel like they got to be around the black parties. They feel like they got to go to the HBCUs. And I understand that they want to be around people who look like them because it's familiar, but the black culture just is the least likely culture for a black girl to thrive in. That is a culture that devours the black female. That culture devours the black female. And to be honest with you, black women are slaves. Within the black culture, black women are literally slaves because they cannot speak up. They have to tolerate disrespect. They have to tolerate assault. They have to tolerate all kinds of physical and narcissistic abuse, and they are not allowed to speak up. That is slavery. That's the black culture, you know. But anyway, oh, and I forgot the black culture, you're supposed to have 11 kids with no fathers around. That's the experience for the black girl. So that is slavery for a black girl. The black culture for the black girl is slavery for her. The black culture is really meant for black men and black boys because they get to get away with murder and whatever they want to do in the black culture because nobody wants to snitch on them. But you see them trying to leave too. They leave. They don't even want to be around the black culture. And it's supposed to be for them. So why would you put a black girl in the black culture knowing goodness well that it is the worst possible culture for her to thrive in? Okay? So being in that culture just because she's around other people with brown skin does not mean that she's being taught who she is. That culture does not teach a black girl who she is. That culture does nothing but separate her from her soul. That's what that culture does. Anyway, that'll be it, and I will talk to you later.